Hi, it's me, Kieran. It's time for part three of my 2017 Tour de France preview. As usual, if you like this video, actually no. Well, that's at the end. I'm gonna look over week 3 of this year's tour. Well, so no talk. This is probably once again the third weekend. The Grand Tours are always the biggest, so there's a lot to go over. So let's get started. So stage 15 starts in La Sec. Well, they say it's and it's a and ends in La Pru and Valley. For me, this is a very hard stage. This is the last stage before the second rest stage, so you could make the argument this is the stage. Oh, some riders could try to go on the attack in this stage to try to get some time in, but on the other hand, I think this is going to be a stage for the breakaway specialists. I really do. I think the GC fares will just be coming off the 2 days before they came off a pretty hard day. 2 days before they just are probably coming off 2 very hard days in the Pyrenees, and I know that was stage 12 and stage 13, and that there was a stage before, or there was in the Pyrenees, but I think they'll be trying to get recovering, trying to get ready for the final 6 days of racing. So I think it's going to be a breakaway stage, a stage that has 2 category 1 climbs, but other than that, I think this is a good stage for the breakaway specialists. Now then there's the second rest day. All the riders do this way up and way out, and then stage 16 starts in La Pru and Valley and ends at Ramon sur Acer. To me, it looks like one more stage for the breakaway riders. It could be a stage for the sprinters, but I doubt it. I think the GC. I think it's too hilly at the start for the sprinters to come back. I think it's going to be either a stage similar to the stage Michael Matthews won last year. Remember that one, on where it came down to him and Sagan, or it could come down to something else. Stage 17 was near to the Seri Kadriv. It starts with about about 25 kilometers of fight, then it goes over the Côte, a 5 kilometer fight at the Côte d'Oran, and then they go over the Côte de la Croix de Fer, which is going to be the first big climb of the Alps, and then they descend down. This is going to be the first of 2 stages in the Alps, and then they're going to go over the Côte de Telegraph and the Côte du Gouibier, and then after that they're going to head down the big descent to the Sévère. This is the Gouibier, and this is going to be probably a stage for a guy like Froome and Valverde to do it, since it has a alpine climb and then a big descent, and probably more to Valverde's side, I think. The last time I'm excited for this stage. The last time the tour went over the Gouibier was in 2011, and in my opinion, that was the best, greatest Grand Tour I personally have ever seen. In my opinion, most exciting Grand Tour I've ever seen. So it's exciting. Haven't seen the Gouibier in 6 years, so I'm excited for its return. With the hill. Now stage 18. Brianz onto the Izoard. This is going to be the Queen stage. Where do I even get to start in this one? So it starts out with a pretty flat stage, goes over the climb at the Côte de Croix, and then the Côte de then it goes to the spot. Then at 121 kilometers, they go on the climb of the Côte de Vars, and this is sorry. This is probably the first big taste, and then they head down to Giest, and then at Giest they begin the 130-kilometer climb of the Izoard. Only the final 15K are categorized, but for me it's going to be the final 30 kilometers, and this is going to be a big stage for the sprint. This is probably going to be the biggest mountain stage for the overall favorites. Guys like Quintana, the guys who aren't good at the time trials like Quintana or Bardet will be trying to get as much time as they can for the time trial 2 days later, which we'll get into a second. It's going to be a really explosive stage, and this is probably the stage I'm most excited for this year's Tour de Izoard stage. And now, Embrun to Salon de Provence. And so this starts in Embrun, which is not too far away from the Alps, and it is going to be a stage for descending. For me, it's either going to be a breakaway stage or I think it's going to be a stage for the breakaway where the pelotons, the sweat the riders go up the road. I think because the main favorites have there was 2 big stages in the Alps, and this is also the longest stage, so it's going to sort of spin it out actually to get their bodies recharged for the time trial. So it's probably going to be a stage for the breakaway riders, in my opinion. And then stage 20. This is the big one. On this is the big one, I think. On the stage where this year the 2017 Tour de France will begin. The 23 goal will be decided. Begin. Of course, it's going to begin in Dusseldorf, but it starts at the Marseille at the Orange Velodrome, and it's going to be a big 23-kilometer circuit there's going to be a climb there's going to be about a 2-kilometer climb about midway through the stage. Nothing too big in my opinion. And then it finishes back at the Orange Velodrome Marseille. To me, this is going to be the stage that decides the Tour. It's the penultimate time trial, and it looks like an interesting stage. Then stage 21, you know what it is. It's the stage to the Champs-Élysées. This will be, of course, a sprinter stage. The riders are just going to roll into Paris and have 8 circuits around the Champs-Élysées. And of course, at the end, there's going to be the big sprint. At the end, it's, as GC input, it's the unofficial Sprinters World Championships. And of course, we'll decide who's the big. For me, the winner of this stage gets to hold the unofficial title as the greatest sprinter in the world over the next 12 months. For the past 2 years, it's been André Greipel, but who knows? This year it could be a guy like maybe Cavendish can find where he get his first win on the Champs-Élysées since 2012, or Kittel could try to get it again. Who knows? But other than that, it's just going to be a good. That will be the stage that will bring in the 104th Tour de France. So that's pretty much it. I'm going to put a link to the tour website in the description below, and the GCM the Tour de France, their preview for the 2017 Tour de France. France below too. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. If you love this video, subscribe. I'm not else the same. So either today or tomorrow, I'm gonna do my final 2 videos on the previewing the 2017 Tour de France. I'll actually know the Riders to Watch and predictions video are gonna happen tomorrow. I'm planning on doing another video a bit later today on something else. I'll get back to you on that. Other than that, I hope you like this video. If you do, give it a thumbs up. If you love this video, subscribe. Other than that, I'll see you tomorrow. Well, later today I have another video planned, but I'll kind of see you tomorrow.